So now we were going to discuss about the recognized outsourcing strategies and the factors influencing the decisions to outsource.
So, what is outsourcing? So, unsa man gina siyang outsourcing? So, outsourcing is a practice of sending certain job functions in outside of a company. So, for example, ang company is need gid na nga nay mag-edit sa video. And then, na-realize sa company nga more dili kaya i-handle sa employee sulod sa company because nakita niya nga more busy kay sila tapos lang sila gibuhat. So, ang company pwede na sila mag-choose either outside or mana siyang gitawag nga outsource. So, kani siya nga techniques is in which business entrust the process of their company functions to external vendors.
So here's a learning outcomes. Number 1, types of outsourcing strategy. Number 2, factors influencing the decision. Number 3, benefits of outsourcing. Number 4, challenges of outsourcing. Types of outsourcing.
So, BPO stand for Business Process Outsourcing. So I know some of you here is already know or already heard about BPO because BPO is one of the trends here in the Philippines. And based on my research, BPO offers a lot of job opportunities. So in this lesson, we will know the outsource of business process or unsang gina-outsource sa mga BPO. So, before I start, no, I just want you to know that BPO is known kay siya as a call center. So, for example, nakita nga employee nga taga BPO and then nagunaw na din ka nga, yung work na is call center. So, actually, that is wrong. Somehow it's true, somehow it's right. Because ang call center manggid is, or ang BPO manggid is, under lang niya ang call center. So, kumbaga, dili tanan call center job opportunities sa BPO. So, naapay mga lain-lain nga mga opportunities. So, kana siya nga strategy, ng BPO nga strategy is kanang to business grow. So, ITO or stand for Informational Technology Outsourcing. So, in the world of business today, people around the globe is attempting to grow their business of many productive way. So, talking about productive way, IT outsourcing is very efficient and productive, and it provides services and solution infrastructure. So that's why IT outsourcing is increase in productivity in business. So actually, IT is a strategic growth of business. So ang ilang strategies sa IT is dapat faster sila ma-respond sa customer and then ilang source or i-improve ilang source of productivity like mga tools na ginagamit nila like technology, internet, laptop, computer, and other gadget or machine nga ginagamit nila para ma-improve nila ang ilang para makasupport po sila sa customer services. So, mao na ilang mga strategy. KPO or stand for Knowledge Process Outsourcing. So, ang KPO is very important strategy to business grow and a company because ang KPO man good is kanang kung mag-hire sila o right person dapat qualified siya ana na work tapos very knowledgeable kay siya ana na work. So mao na siya ang strategy sa KPO. Next is offshoring. So offshoring is involves outsourced tasks or process of companies to provide services to any different countries. So for example, ang call center is provide sila services in any different countries. Next is offshoring. So offshoring is involves outsourced tasks or process of a companies to provide services to any different countries. So for example, ang call centers is provide sila services into different countries. Lastly is nearshoring. So nearshoring, it involves outsource to a companies were nearby in a country or neighboring country. So, like for example, ang BPO company in the Philippines, nag-provide sila services, pero ilang services is diha na gid sa duol nga country like Malaysia, Indonesia, China, so mao man na siyang mga duol-duol ra sa Philippines nga country. So, mag-provide sila services pero within their country.
I'm going to discuss about decision. Okay, so a decision or a make or buy decision refers to an act of choosing the cost benefit to make a strategic choice between manufacturing a product in-house or purchasing from an external, meaning outside supplier. So it arises when a producing company faces diminishing capacity, experiences problems with the current suppliers, or sees changing demand. Next is the cost of making product is production cost, the extra labor cost, monitoring cost, storage requirements cost, and waste product disposal cost. So the cost of making product when we do it in-house, those are some of the basic costs. Now, the cost of buying product, which is outsourcing, so it has product purchase price, sales tax charge, shipping cost, inventory holding cost. Because when we keep, stocks from a building, for example, it will always cost something especially when we do not own the building. So ordering cost as well. So a make or a buy decision refers to an act of choosing to develop a product in-house or its production from external vendors. So the make or buy decision is sometimes treated as a financial or accounting decision. While it is important to conduct an accounting assessment for the low cost approach, it is more crucial to understand the basis of the decision. So the first one is the cost consideration. So the production cost and quality problems are major triggers of a make or buy decision. So one of the most notable advantages that the company enjoys when embracing a decision approach is that it can lower cost and increase capital investment, regardless from whether it's decide to make materials in-house or subcontract from an external vendor. Second one is competence. So a company's decision on whether to make or buy is based on its core competence, its capacity. So a rigorous make or buy analysis can also act as a source of competitive advantage. So for example, a company can increase the value it delivers to customers and shareholders from its core service and skills. It can also stay flexible by adapting make or buy decision approach. So access to specialized skills is also important. So these key skills can include things like market research, public relations, product development, supply chain management, analytical skills, or ability to successfully manage marketing campaigns. So next is scalability. So scalability allows you to create a profitable business with strong growth potential. So scalability allows you or a business to grow and generate revenue without being held back by its structure or lack of resources. So by this, as a company's sales volume increases, it can maintain or boost its efficiency. When thinking about scalability, you'll first need to determine some essential factors about your business. Does your business solve a problem? What is the potential market for your product or service? Next is risk mitigation. So risk mitigation is a strategy to prepare for and lessen the effects of threats faced by a business. So from the word itself, risk mitigation, lower the risk. So comparable to risk reduction, risk mitigation takes steps to reduce the negative effects of threats and disasters on business continuity. So risk mitigation is an essential business practice for developing plans and taking actions to reduce threats to an organization. So the threats to a business operation are numerous. Next, time to market. The target market represents potential buyers of a product. Yes, of course. So the target market actively impacts the advertising budget. So geographics, demographic, behavioral insights, and psychographics are crucial factors to consider when locating the target market. So ad plan objectives often call for reach and frequency arrangements. So marketers must develop strategies to reach customers' loyalty, sales, and brand awareness. Next is quality assurance. The purpose of quality assurance is to fulfill front and back end process in the most efficient and fluid manner. So delivering the intended product or service on time and within budget, and going above and beyond all transaction interactions with the consumer. Next is competitive advantage. So competition is another factor that is strongly influence decision in making process within a business. So since the market nowadays is highly competitive, so business people always pay attention to the business operations of their rivals. For example, when Apple released its iPad tablet, Samsung quickly responded by releasing its Galaxy Tab. That's just another example. Next is legal and regulatory compliance. So at the national or local level, regulatory laws influence marketing strategies to protect business and customers, and we know that already. Next is customer satisfaction. Many organizations manufacture customer products, allowing them to choose a suitable product or brand that meets their requirements. Next is cultural and language considerations. So such a company is better placed to weather the storm of a market downturn. So to realize the benefits, and companies must consider internal and external environment in which they operate. So in particular, culture which such decisions are reached and the agenda of the parties involved can influence the decision and their implementation as well as the sustainability of the policy. So next is data security and privacy. This means avoiding practices such as spamming, phishing, or using computer data for nefarious purposes. And we know that already. Data privacy. And that would be all for my part.
My topic is benefits of outsourcing. Number one, cost savings. Cost savings are the advantages gained from measure that lower an organization overall expenditure on asset, which have a direct impact on its bottom line. And number two, global expansion refers to the process by which businesses from their home market expand their operation into a different market. It is also known as a target market. And number three, access innovation is about successfully implementing a new idea and creating value from customers and stakeholders. And number four, access to technology refers to the technological devices and services available to a person. And number five, last, risk mitigation. Risk mitigation is a strategy employed by corporation to reduce its exposure to various potential threats.
There are 8 examples of outsourcing challenges. 1. Loss of control. Loss of control is generally refers to lack of the ability to provide conscious limitation of impulses and behavior as a result of overwhelming emotion. 2. Quality concern is an incident where shortfalls or error in care practice the apparent but do not constitute abuse or neglect. 3. Data security and privacy risk. Financial fraud, including unauthorized credit card transaction or credit fraud. 4. Communication challenges. It's influenced by culture, backgrounds, the way someone was raised, their gender, their temperament, and much more. 5. Hidden costs of securing or omitting additional fees, charges, or costs until the user is will into the purchasing or sign up process. 6. Legal and regulatory compliance, the upper hands or individuals, organizations, and business to laws, regulations, rules, and standards set by governments, industry bodies, and other regulation bodies. 7. Employee moral and culture impact. Low moral can result in decreased activity, increased absenteeism, and ultimately a higher turnover rate. Number 8. Lack of innovation control. There are anything new, and without anything new, there will be no progress.